Achoo! Because it's time for the dust to start flying. Get those bags under my eyes. I hardly got any sleep last night. We just had some loud parties in the neighborhood, and it just kept me up most of the night. And then I had so much stuff to do today, I didn't get to take a nap. So one of which was making the video for the hair shampoo bar thing giveaway. This is the cover for it. It will go live tomorrow at 12 noon. That's the cover for that's the thumbnail rather, and the company that's sponsoring the bar giveaway. So be sure to watch that so you know how to put your name in the hat for the drawing. It's going to end. The drawing will take place the week of August something. I don't know. Anyway, it's all on the it's all in the video. I can't remember. I'm too tired. But that should be interesting, and the bar is really nice. So I ended up being the model. That was hard, trying to be the model and shoot the thing I'm holding the camera and my phone, trying to do it, and because all the people I gave samples to ran into problems one or another, and they couldn't do it. So there you go. I ended up doing it myself. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So let's get started with the show for today and get you guys going with your laughter. This is the Dusty News Network of summer programming. It's nothing serious. This show is all about laughs and making fun of folks. That's what we do. Normally it's on Fridays, but I had other stuff to do, so we had to move it to today. But yeah. So this will be going on through the next to last Saturday, not the Labor Day weekend Friday, but the one before that is when this will end. So we have plenty of weeks to still do it. If you want to send in some slides for it, there'll be some instructions coming up on one of the next slides. You'll be able to see how to do it and send in your stuff. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We always appreciate your like and your subscription. So this is how you as you go through here, in case you're new here and you don't know what the DNN is, this is how you would send in your screenshots. Use email them to survivingdating@gmail.com and make the subject line DNN. We cannot use videos due to copyright problems. It's just too much drama. I'm not trying to be bothered. So it can only be stuff that is freely available on the web in the form of memes, pictures of people's comments, screenshots of people's comments, screenshots of people's posts. That's it. That's what the show is made of. So here we go. Okay, we talk about Dusties here. Here is a non-spelling Dusty that needed that program. When my daughter was little, it was called Hooked on Phonics. She learned how to read using that program. So, you look at this, and I felt bad that I actually could read and know what this fool was saying. Zucchini, taters, and maters. I don't know what that is. I don't know what matter is supposed to be, but anyway. And jalapeno bell peppers. Jalapenos and bell peppers. So, yeah. Oh, maters. You must mean tomatoes. That's right. Taters, potatoes, and maters, tomatoes. Jalapenos and bell peppers. Oh, Lord have mercy.
to have to go through all that to try to figure out what the hell your non-spelling ass was trying to say. So this young man's having issues with y'all because he said, I be scared to meet new women because y'all be so damn far behind on y'all bills. Because that women say that's the first thing they want to do is start telling them, I need help with this bill and that bill and this and that. And dudes know them tricks. They ain't trying to be all involved in your bills and your finances like that. Should get you a second job or cut back on your expenses. My gosh. Now, this young lady here, I was hoping that this was, one of those tongue in cheeks, like sarcasm posts where she was taking bits and pieces of all the stuff that she reads online that where women do too much and putting it into one. But then, you just never know. She could really be just confused about what she's supposed to be doing. But anyway, for those of you who are driving and listening, she writes, I just worked a 12-hour shift while my man stayed home and played Roblox all day. Isn't that a kid's game? I immediately left work and went to the grocery store and came home and sweated a little more over the stove to cook for my man. After I fixed his plate and fed him too, I made sure he had a hot bath waiting on him. I ironed his clothes also because he's going to go shoot dice later with his friends. Oh, yeah, before I finally get in bed, I'm going to make sure I clean up the mess he made throughout the day. I'll do this every day of the week. I love my man. So, you know what I mean? I thought she was trying to be like sarcastic, but then again, you just never know. You just never really know. Oh. Oh, dude, come on now. You got your ankle monitoring thing on. This little kid is like, why are you charging your ankle? Me, go sit the fuck down. Oh my God, I was laughing. I thought that was cute. Look at Drake. When you tell everyone the story how you fell in love with your girl and she be looking like some people really should just be banned from the internet. You don't get Photoshop. You don't get any kind of photo editing, image editing privileges because you just be doing too much. I thought look at that face on Drake. But that's true. That is how y'all be looking. Like, oh. This is actually a brilliant idea, and I'm going to remember this for the holiday parties this year. So for those of you who ain't chipped in, you get a splash. You go, you pull that trigger right into their mouth. That's all you get because you didn't put in on this hen. You showed up with a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola and think you're going to be having some Hennessy with it. No, that's not how this works. So you get a spritz. That's it. But knowing me, I be hogging all my Hennessy. You don't get none. That's for me. And I hate to admit that I've done this. Somebody be on the phone and be like, well, where are you at? And me looking around before I start lying. You do that. We all do that. It starts when you're a teenager. You do it to your parents. You look around and say, well, where am I? Do I want to tell them? The thoughts going through your head. Do I really want them to know where I am? If I tell them where I am for real, what's going to happen? What they going to say? This is going to be a problem. So let me figure out some kind of quick lie. And all this goes through your head in like, I don't know, half a second, all those different thoughts. And then you pop out with an answer. So I was rolling and say, this is so real. This is so real. Ha. Yeah. Your vacation request has been denied. Me on the yacht in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, sure it has. Sure it has. Look at him with his one eye open, pretending not to look for love so it can find you. Isn't that what people always tell you? Don't go looking for a relationship. Don't go looking for love. It'll just find you when it's time. It'll just be your time. You just wait for it to happen. You'll know the right person. It'll just happen when it's supposed to happen. All those kind of little platitudes. So I thought, oh, this is cute. His hair is laid though. Get it, dude. Got his little waves going. Too bad he's mugged, but his hair is nice. Okay. What is this? What is this? I didn't even know what to say. He don't have no string, so he gonna just hang on the back of the car like that? What is that he got in there anyway? I didn't even think to try to figure out what it was. But dude, you gonna die to carry that home? I don't know. That just wouldn't be me. It would not be me. Let me get over here to the Ah, yeah, that mug. See, Ken's MB. I switched over to the comments so I could see what you guys was talking about. But that's a Grand Am. Well, I wasn't talking about what kind of car it was. I was talking about the fact that he is hanging out the back of it like that and hanging on to the trunk. I mean, that doesn't look very secure. That's what I'm saying. It's like they gonna hit one bump and dude is gonna go wah through with it. Like as they used to say, wee through the air. It's not gonna be pretty when he hits the ground. That's all I'm saying. So let's move on. Okay. I have to read this because sometimes, this type is small, and a lot of people be watching this on their phone and they can't necessarily make it out, or they're driving. People have said, I drive and I listen. So this shows an old, fat, misshapen, misbuilt, bespeckled, gray bearded fool with one of them hats, like a top hat. What is that little bowler hat cap like one of the rappers used to wear? And anyway, it says perspective from an OG. Ladies, let's be real. Us men in our 40s and 50s have the upper hand in the dating jungle, and we are not facing the biological clock issues that you are facing. And let's not forget, when we are high valued and successfully professional and have game or the gift of gab, which is supposed to say gift of, he says gifted gab, that makes us have even more options. And then you look at this and you think, okay, you have two options. Either get out of my face now or get out of my face later. Which one do you want? Because you definitely getting out of my face with this crap here. Yeah, that upper hand. He gonna be upper hand in this, this backhand. That's what he gonna be. It's just unbelievable. That he's really that delulu thinking that because he's, no woman in her 50s don't have a biological clock issue. She's done having kids, and or if she ever wanted any in the first place, she's done with that whole routine. And by the time women get in their mid 40s and stuff, they're happy that they can't be, looking into the future of having a bunch of babies and all that old stuff. Believe it. They don't, it's so freeing. You don't want to be bothered. The risk of having to, oh my God, am I going to get pregnant and all that stress? You don't have that stress anymore because, it goes away. So, you still have your interest in getting the nook and all of that, but that pregnancy part goes out the window. So he's like in the fantasy land that women in their 40s and 50s have a biological clock ticking. No, we don't. We do not trust. We're just so happy lead that to younger people with the energy for that drama, because that ain't us. We've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, the balloons, the souvenirs, all kind of stuff. We got it all. We're not interested in more of that. And that's why, it's a lot of people who be like, well, I'm going to take care of my grandkids. You stupid. That's their mama's and daddy's problem. Let them deal with it. You should be on a cruise. You should be on a plane. You should be behind the wheel of your car driving with 3 or 4 of your friends in the car to having a good time, doing your thing, going to bingo, going to the casinos, doing whatever the hell it is you want to do that you couldn't do because you was tied down with kids and a husband and all the stuff that goes along with PTA and homework and getting shots and chicken pox and all the other stuff, colds and all that stuff the kids have. Missing work because you got to take them to the doctor. I mean, it's just drama, not to mention daycare and diapers, the cost. So, and he's sitting up there really delusionally thinking that women in their 40s and 50s long for that. It's a lot of women that come into town, they in their 20s and they ain't even tripping. They're not interested in that shit. So and they got whole countries of women now that aren't interested in that shit. They turn their back on men, on dating and marriage. They don't want no parts of it. So it's like, I think they have to tell themselves this kind of stuff to make themselves feel better about the fact that don't nobody want their old chunky asses. You dried up, you need Viagra, your sugar's high, your shit is like this anyway. So it's like, no, ain't nobody trying to be with you. Yeah, they just, they just they need to feel like somebody wants them. So they create these kind of memes and post them online and they they think that they really think that women will believe this stuff. But those of us who are smart know better. We just laugh at you. We laugh at you, sir. Why don't you go to hit the gym? Look at that meat right there at the top of them overalls or whatever that is you got on. You got back fat and your upper arms look like hams. And you up there thinking somebody wants your ass? No. Okay. Days without blackmail nonsense, 0. This was in my folder from like the DNN from 2022 and I never used it. I pulled that sucker out today, or maybe it was 2021. This is iced tea with a splash of wine in it. Oh, not a good combo. Yes. This is so true. And see this now they're gonna give you some money. You want me to help you pay you want me to help you pay a bill? See, this how they're gonna start doing y'all. You don't have to go get the money in person. And guess what's gonna happen when you get there? I hope you be prepared. Be ready. Because they got tricks now. They not gonna just cash app or Zelle you the money, Venmo, PayPal. Oh no, you got to come get the cash and come in my room. Yeah, it's a setup. That's right, DP. It's a setup. But you got that. You need that bill paid. Come on, girl. That's what you come. Come on, girl. I'm in. I'm here. I'm just laying on my bed watching the game. It's a trap, just like Black Widow spider with a web. That's like what kind of trap you getting ready to march into. See, that's why a lot of women would be like, "Oh, let me second guess, think this. I think maybe I don't really need this so much after all." Okay, now this was so funny. I found this on Instagram. This lady posted this picture of Jane Fonda at some event, and she had this beautiful dress on with the cold shoulder look and the midriff out and stuff and everything, and she's looking all fly, even at her age. And then the next day in the morning, she's making breakfast and she still got it on. And what she says is, "Here's me the next morning. I couldn't get my dress unzipped, so I slept in it. I never wanted a husband in my life until now." I was screaming. But I had that happen to me one time. I was about, I don't know, probably about 8. And I had this dress that, I think it was like jersey at the top or something. But anyway, it was, pretty fitted. And I couldn't get out of it. And my brothers were already sleeping. My parents were already asleep. And I had to sleep in my dress too. So I could identify. Oh, yeah, them zippers be pissing you off. You can't reach them. You be all like contorting and everything, trying to get to that zipper pull. It just done me. So anyway, in her face, it just reminded me of that night. And I was so upset. I was crying. And 8 years old, I was crying. I couldn't get out of my dress and put on my pajamas. So I had to sleep in that ugly dress. I was so through. Okay, your people be doing way too much. To say this is exactly why I don't fly Spirit Airlines. Now, I have never been on a Spirit plane, so it looks like you bring your own food. These folks is grubbing. I just want you to know what she got a whole plate with, I don't know, I can't really remember what was on her plate, but it's like they got them a tin pan of crawfish in the middle between the two of them. Dude got his lemonade, some Cheez-Its, and she got like a whole plate with crab legs and all kind of shrimps and all kind of stuff on that plate. And a couple other things. I don't remember all what I saw, but it was a whole bunch of different food in one of them tin foil, like pans, like you use at Thanksgiving, because you don't want to, have to worry about your dish walking off. So you put everything in the tin foil so they can just throw it away. She got one of the whole one of those in front of her, and they sharing the crawfish. I don't know. Seafood boil? Oh, is that what that is? Can you imagine smelling that though? You on the airplane, you have to smell that? I'll be like, "Give me some." Yeah. I don't know, maybe they on a private plane where you don't have to, Yeah, they made me throw my water away too. They just be this mean. It's like, "I just bought this water." When somebody say, "Where's the last place you had it after you lost something?" Look at you be giving them the look like, "Motherfucker, if I knew that, then it wouldn't be lost, would it?" Which is what I'm always thinking, but that's the expression he got on his face. Trying to roll down the window on the plane. Oh my god. Yeah, in that cracking of the shells and stuff and sucking the juice out the heads and stuff. Oh, I would lose my mind. That would not be a fun flight. But that's why the person said that's why I don't fly Spirit. I will keep that in mind. Sliver be like, I'm gonna roll down the window. You guys are out of control. Okay, this was on my computer. I don't know where I found this, where I took this picture, but it's been on my computer for years. I said, "Oh, this is perfect for DNN." So this is the parents. If you do this for your kids, and they outside, well, even kindergarten and first grade, you usually driving them to school or they on the bus, and so you make sure they have their little stuff before they can leave. But we're talking about older kids. So here they are. They said, if you're dropping off your son's forgotten lunch, books, homework, equipment, etc., turn around and leave the building. Your son will learn to problem solve in your absence. The fact that they had to tell parents this, it must be an all boys school because they're focusing on sons. It's like, that's really sad. I mean, past the age of like 7 or 8 years old, our parents like, "You forgot something, that sucks for you, deal with it." So, if you could make it back home and still be at school, a few minutes late, then you could do that, but other than that, you just gonna starve. My parents didn't play that. You forget your lunch, guess what? You better bum some from some friends, and then they might, so you get some like some cookies from this one and half a sandwich from this one and, half an apple from this one. You could make it, you wouldn't starve. You don't have to beg around and stuff from everybody, but you could make it through the day. But no way in this world would I have asked my parents to come to school and bring my homework and my equipment and all that kind of stuff. And no way in this world that they would ever think to even do that. They'd be like, "Well, fuck you. You left it here. You must have didn't want it then." I could just hear my father saying it now. No way in this world I would ask that man. Then I would lose my mind. Yeah, but I thought this was great because this is what most parents need. They helicopter and they just be too involved in their kids' lives are too protective. Let them little motherfuckers get a lump or two upside their head and some punishment and some detention and stuff for not doing what they're supposed to do. They will quickly learn to double check everything before you walk out the door, just like we have to do as adults. Where do you think we learned that from? It was childhood training that got us to where we are today to be responsible for our things and to make sure we have everything we need before we leave the house. So, you got to teach your kids, otherwise they never learn. And you let them learn by hitting, they just make mistakes. And then you say, "Oh, well, I guess you'll remember next time, won't you?" And then they'll be like, "Yeah, because I got in trouble. I had to do detention. I have an extra handout that I have to do because I didn't turn in my homework." All kind of stuff they're gonna deal with repercussions just like in real life. That's what they need. Stop running interference with your kids, especially your boys all the time. Makes them into little bitches. Okay, this was so this was sad that she in this state of mind. She texted dude on the wedding talking about, "Hey, are we still on for today?" Wow. I didn't even know what to say. And they're gonna show Future here, so that was a good choice. Say, "You looked me right in my eyes and lied to me." Well, yeah, it wouldn't have been believable if I had looked down. Only psychopaths can do that kind of stuff where they look you dead in your eye and lie to your face. He ain't been picking up his phone. Is that what's going on, DP? I wouldn't have showed up then. I would not have showed up. Oh, look how your sugar daddy gonna show up at your job when you ignore his text. DP, you better answer that man. You better answer. Oh, look at Samuel L. He just looking kind of fierce. You met him? Wow. I met Danny Glover one time in San Francisco. I almost hit him with my car. That's what really happened. He was jaywalking across, jay running across the street. And I used to drive like a maniac. You know, that was in the days when I almost ran over dude with my Honda. I hit that corner, was going up Powell Street, and he was running across the street in the middle of the street. I had to hit my brakes to keep from hitting that fool. Then he turned around. I said, "Oh, Danny Glover almost killed you." And he started laughing, and that was that. Yeah, he can lay back because he got money now. I would be laid back if I had his cash cookies too. Shut up, Ash. Look at this dude. He says, I was on all types of when I made this post. He's like, this is a public service announcement. My baby mama is my priority, meaning she come before anyone. It's my duty to make sure she's straight forever. Right mindset, bills paid, car note, and he whatever else he said. And then he's just saying, he's basically saying he was high as hell when he made that post. I was screaming, like, dude. Okay. Ugh. I can't do the furry people. I can't do furry. Can't do it. Look at dude. When you leave them strawberries sitting in the back of the fridge all month, and that is exactly how they look too. You take them out and they have that white fuzz all over them. Oh my God, it's just like that. I said, this is perfect. Pennsylvania, that's what they saying. When you leave them strawberries in the back of the fridge all month, that's what he looked like. Okay, dude. Oh God. Oh, use some Nair or something. That don't even look right. What you doing walking around looking like that? Just all like proud and stuff. He don't even have on a wife beater to cover up some of it. He just out there just flashing all that. Okay, this is a reminder. If you just tuned in, how you've been watching the screenshots go by. This is how you send in yours. We're still looking for content. We're going to be doing this another month. So we need more. We use about 45 images per show. So I need a lot of stuff. So keep sending it. Even if you're not sure that we can use it, just send it anyway. Shut up, Vanna. Let me call dude a chia pet. Send it in anyway to survivingdating@gmail.com with the subject line of DNN. Okay, so he can't possibly like you for who you really are if he's never really met you. His girlfriend got on Spanx, and she got on a wig, and she got on all her makeup, and she got all this stuff that's all fake and fraudulent. My brother used to make jokes and say that the women out in DC where he is, they all shopped in the fake things catalog. I was like, wow, for real? He said, yeah, everything be on to be fake. I was like, damn. You sent this one in. See, I don't know who sent them in because by the time they get downloaded, it's just the image. It doesn't have any, don't have nothing on it to identify it by anybody or anything. So yeah, there you go. I was like, dang. Yeah, but it's a fake things catalog. Okay, what is all of this? That look like shrimps and something with fruit and olives and peas and carrots and some, I don't know, some bunches just look nasty. And it says, this is how to get out of potlucks for the rest of your life. You right. You are so right. Because I would take one look at that. It looked like chunks of spam in there or ham. I'm just going to guess it's spam, though. And I don't know what the white stuff is. Octopus, squid. shrimps, something in there with all that stuff with some kiwi fruit on the side. Yeah. I don't even do jelly. I mean, what you call it, jello and stuff. About people be doing jello shots. I look at that stuff. I didn't even like it as a kid. I would eat it though because my mother made me. But it's like, you look at it and it be wiggling and stuff. And I'm like, what is this made of though? And it's moving and you shake it and I can't deal with it. Yeah, those are kiwis on the side, sliced kiwi fruit. Kiwi is delicious, but not like that. And then it looks like they put a ribbon of mashed potatoes around the side or something. I don't know what that is, but it's looking like a pie crust on the edge. Now, this is the person who don't want to ever be invited to bring anything to a potluck. And they would be successful. I would never ask them to bring anything. Never. You just show up, bring some paper napkins. That's what you do. Or something in a bottle or a can. Or, like some Hennessy. You could do that, but you're not cooking nothing. This nigga is on the street corner with all his stuff. Say, who done kicked your baby daddy? Who kicked your baby daddy out? Which one of you kicked your baby daddy out? He just holding court on the corner. Look at his stuff all over there. Them hefty bags and stuff. Dude got put out. When somebody owes you money and they had a nerve to go on a vacation. You done flew up there to look in the window at them like all judgmental and shit. You're judging me. You're judging. That too, Ken's MB. That might be the goal too. But look at that face though. That's that disapproving face that y'all like to be making at folks. I was rolling. Oh. Every time I try to shut up, I always have just one more thing to say. And another thing. And by the way, I forgot. Yeah, I do that. Let me add before I forget. Yeah. And this is true. I talked about this in a video before about how when you want to avoid a dusty, how female dragonflies will play dead. They'll be flying through the sky and they see somebody they don't want to be bothered with. They will drop down to the ground and play dead in a heartbeat. It's like, oh, here comes Carl. Play dead, girl. Too bad y'all don't do that to avoid mating with undesirables. Yes, the eggs were in the center of that gross and disgusting thing, and they were scrambled eggs too. Yeah, they do. They just drop down. I had pictures of them when they were playing dead and stuff. I put it in the video. I think it's the one about, avoiding dusties or how to recognize a dusty or something like that. I think it's in that video. We can't do this one. We could definitely be like, play like we got having some kind of a tick. You got a tick. Something wrong with you. You got some kind of spastic thing going on. Something's happening. So he's going to be like, oh shit, wait a minute. She got affliction. Now this is dusty parenting. I have several dusty parenting slides in a row, but this dusty mama is like complaining about her 18-year-old. Today, despite the fact that he knows I need help, my recently turned 18-year-old son found an apartment and moved out, leaving me alone with my 3 toddlers. When I asked what I'm supposed to do for childcare, he just said, not my kids, not my problem. Ask their dads, bye. Excellent response. And had she thought of that, then she would have been having all them damn kids, right? So now she's going to have to figure out what to do with them. This is the type of parent that would leave the little kids at home alone by themselves, though, I could tell. She's that kind. But dude, he turned 18 and he was just like, boop, I'm out. I'm done being your go-to babysitter. And so many parents do that. They make the oldest kid take care of the youngest ones. Like they have, some responsibility in making all them damn kids. You're not gonna be able to take care of your kids yourself, then stop fucking having them. That's what you need to do. It's not your kids' responsibility to take care of their brothers and sisters. That's yours. You the one made them little snot-nosed motherfuckers, so you take care of them. That would irk me. Not to mention the kids hate it too. Like my oldest brother used to have to watch us sometimes. Not even like that. I mean, like my parents say, "Oh, we're gonna run to the store. We'll be right back." An hour. So they would put him in charge. Oh my God, we hated it. We hated it because he was like a mini Hitler or something. Just want to be telling everybody what to do. He's still like that. Calls me now. What you up to? Well, you shouldn't do it like this. You should. I'm like, oh my God, please, just don't call me. Just don't call me. Just leave me alone. Yeah, he just want to just order you around. Okay, now she complaining because she said that he should do better because that it was mostly junk food, and I don't know what's in the bags, but there's some juices and sodas or something, and the little sugary cereal that kids like, and some cookies and other shit the kids like, but there's some milk. But like I said, we don't know what's in the bag, so it's kind of a mystery. But you know what I mean? You got something that you didn't have before, so why are you complaining? You know how much expensive food is? I'm not gonna drag him. I'm not gonna drag him because knowing how much this stuff is right here that he's bought. See, this is how I look at it. Okay, you got kids, so you got some food stamps, or something's going on. So you go buy the necessities: the hamburger meat, the spaghetti, the sauce, the canned tomatoes, all stuff. You buy that stuff, and Daddy augments with the fun stuff, the stuff that makes box lunches interesting. Chips, cookies. You can pour the little soda into the little kid's thermos or whatever. They don't have to have a whole can. Stuff like that. They got cereal, they got milk for breakfast, and like I said, we don't know what's in the bags. And so we can't really judge because we don't know. There could be some eggs and, other stuff in there, some bread, whatever. We don't know. So I'm not going to really be judging it. All I'm going to be saying is that, where's her response? It looks like there's some bread on the steps in these blue bags up at the top up there. That looks like some loaves of bread, but maybe I'm seeing things. I don't know. Oh, the kid that that was my oldest brother. He was babysitting us. Me and my other two brothers. He was put in charge by our parents when they would like run to the grocery store or something like that. Something, a little simple something. And then so it'd be like an hour. Other than that, we already had like an official babysitter, like somebody, over the age of 21. But other than that, they just tell him to be in charge for a few minutes and they'd be right back. We hated that shit. Okay, now I thought this is Dusty Parenting Part 2, Part 3. Say I've been using it wrong the whole time. You fence the kid out, not in. So the kid has free reign and they're not going to be bothering you because they're going to be getting into stuff and running free, but you have peace inside the fenced off area. I thought, wow, why didn't I think of that? That is beautiful. The only problem I have is your TV is on the outside, like my daughter, let me tell you what this little cow did. Okay, she was 2 and she had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And you know how VCRs have the little thing where you pop the VCR in? Why she put her peanut butter and jelly sandwich in there? I said, what were you thinking? She said it was hungry. It wanted a snack. And so she gave it part of her sandwich. And so that thing had to go in the garbage can. It had peanut butter and jelly. It was not coming back from that. I thought my husband was going to lose his mind. He's like, well, she did what? And we laughed about it later. But at the time, we didn't really have money to keep rebuying appliances and, electronics and stuff like that, So it was like, we didn't know what to do, but we knew we had to have one because all her little kitty videos, everything was on VHS. So those little videos would pop in there to keep her quiet and busy. Yeah, she gonna get a VCR sandwich because it was hungry. It needed a snack, she says. This is a true story. I don't even know what to say. You can laugh because it wasn't your $200 VCR just full of peanut butter and jelly. Yes. You know the little slot where the VCR slides in? You know, it pops open, right? You slide stuff in there. She thought in her mind, that was his mouth and it was hungry. So she put some of her sandwich in there. And you know, by the time you force it in there, right, the jelly is spilled out and the peanut butter done went everywhere. And it just, yeah, we had to throw it away. Oh man, dude, Tim's just got towed up. Said this is the last time. It's cute after the fact. Like I said, we laughed about it later. But at the time, we was like, oh my God, you got to be fucking kidding me. But yeah, at this right here, his dude's Tim's. Look at them all perfect with no crease and stuff. He took care of them. Are they brand new? Either way, they fucked up now. Yes. He's not gonna date. Why would your kid draw on somebody's shoe though? Mm. Oh, dude say he's tired of his landlord depending on my rent. Motherfucker, go get a job. He had jobs. That's how come he had money to buy an apartment building, rental property. So now he don't have to have a job. That is just too funny. He can donate on me. Or he could just dye him black. You could take him to the shoe store and have him dyed black. Something. Anything is a canvas. Oh, yeah, this was funny though. I was just laughing. It's like that's really amazing. Hilarious. Okay, now, Sliver. I took this screenshot from one of the chats. I don't remember where, when, but there's Sliver just rolling at the woman's comment. She says, I was sitting exactly next on a bus to a man who wanted to ask me out. He chatted via text while I was sitting right next to him. So no conversation. Remember we having that conversation, we were talking about texting and how men want to text instead of talk. And I think it was probably in that video. And so they sitting right next to each other. And he's texting her versus talking. Yes, Diana, that's what I say. Kay? It's like, yeah. I was like, what? Dude is just on one for real. Okay, what the fuck is this? This is the bride and groom. Okay, so they swapped their clothes as a sign of commitment. So that's the groom wearing the bridal gown, and the bride is wearing the tux. And they're role playing here. Yeah. I didn't quite know what to say. I mean, I saw something similar to that in a Korean drama some years ago. I forgot why they did it though. But yeah, but that was like an entertainment vehicle, not real life. So I don't know. I just thought, wow, this is kind of bizarre. And dude looking all rugged with that bridal gown on. Well, you by yourself. I don't know if I like it or love it. I just think it was crazy, but whatever. People, I think, run out of stuff to do. You know, everybody want to be making a splash on social media. They want to have like something go viral and all this kind of stuff. They be coming up with crazy stuff. I think it's something like that. So this guy, we used to have a lot of stuff from him. This is something I pulled out from the archives it was in my stash from a couple of years ago when we used to get a lot of stuff from him. See, 2021. And so he's asking, he always gets on Black women. So in this one, he's like, question for single moms. Do you look in your son's eyes and tell them, I want you to grow up and enable a woman's sense of entitlement by paying all of a woman's bills and allow her to emotionally manipulate and abuse you without complaining the same way that I do to men? First of all, sir, you don't know what a woman is doing. You just coming up some shit out your ass. Just coming up with these fantabulous scenarios. Like every single mother in the world abuses men and as men paying her bills. If they did that, don't you think there wouldn't be all these stressed single mothers worrying about money if they had men paying their bills? That fact alone shows you how stupid you are. How how your view of the world is so unrealistic. The women who have men paying their bills don't tend to be single mothers. They just tend to be single women, period, or somebody's wife. They be, the dudes be paying all the bills because it's their wife, the mother of their children, or whatever. So yeah, they be paying the bills, and that's what they should do. She had the babies, he pays the bills. Sound like a fair exchange to me. So this is the kind of guy I think, he should just go over there and be with men and just call it a day. Stop talking about women because ain't no woman interested in you. And there you go. Okay, this was cold. You old heads, leave them pills alone. Then you wonder why she flirting with your nephew. So yeah, look at that. In his 20s, it's like plump and firm and just doing the magic, making magic happen. In the 30s, it get a little shrivelly. And by the time he in his 40s, that shit done decayed. And unfortunately, sometimes this what's in the 40s category happens in the 30s these days because these dudes be addicted to so much popcorn that they can't function normally. And they can't do things normally. So they be having that problem in their 20s and 30s, looking like the 40s one that's in this picture. Yeah, it is. I hear so many stories from women, they're younger and they're like, oh my God, he can't, he can't perform. He's just has these problems. He has to watch these movies first. And I mean, just all this stuff. I'm like, wow. And you still messing with him? I would just next that food. That ain't working for me. Yeah, see, y'all just be her, leave me alone. Him leaves her alone. Her Pikachu face. Like, well, I didn't really mean it. I wanted you to show, to chase me, to show some resistance, to, pursue me. And the dude is like, well, no, you said leave me alone, so I left you alone. And that's what the men should do, because that's how you avoid getting a stalking charge, a harassment charge. So, ladies, if you don't want him to leave you alone for real, then don't tell him that. Just say, I need a break. I need a little space. How about I talk to you tomorrow? How about I talk to you over the weekend? Just be more specific about what it is that you need. I mean, my parents are coming to town. I've got this big paper due, report due at work. I'm stressed out. Tell him what's going on. Communicate clearly. And then tell him if you need some space to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to complete. But don't tell him, leave me alone. And then when he leaves you alone, then you're going to get upset because he left you alone. Yeah, I knew a dude who had he had that issue, and he was 28. The only reason I found out is because his girlfriend told on him. She told me. I was like, what? Okay. And she's like, yeah, he just, he has all these problems. I'm like, so how long are you going to stay in this, quote, relationship? She's like, but I love him now. I said, so you prepared to go the rest of your life with no dang-a-lang because you love him, no? And she said, the rest of my life? I said, well, yeah, that's what you're talking about. I love him, no? So what you talking about? You going to love him this week, this month, this year? When does this end? So she broke up with him. Because, I'll put it that way. She was like, oh, shit, wait a minute. Yeah, that's no bueno. Okay. This also pulled from my archives. It's ashy as hell out here. Dusty and ashy used to be kind of synonymous, but I think dusty is worse than ashy. Because, see, the dust can be like on your clothes, in your hair, whereas ashy usually, is associated with just skin. But yeah, people just don't be taking care of themselves and acting right. Okay, dude, look at dude. Okay, now the picture isn't him. The picture is how he's holding up this ice cream cone. So it looks like that woman is really like misshapen and big in the back. You see that? How he positioned it? So it looks like it's her body. I'm like, this is so messed up. Yep, Dusty is all you're right. Dusty is a behavior, it's a mindset. I have a whole video on breaking down what Dusty is in case you care to listen to it. But it just breaks down the whole definition and all the ways in which one can be a dustmonger. But yeah, this was fucked up. Oh, look how he's doing that lady like that though. That's messed up though. Dusty siblings. When your mom is screaming at your little brother for something you did, it's like, uh-oh. And then you just be looking like, ooh, better thee than me. I'm not trying to get no parts of that. Luckily, my parents always believed me when I said it wasn't me, it was my brothers. Even when it was me, they still believed me. Because my brothers used to get in so much trouble all the time. It's like, like the police when they go, has broken into a house. Well, they go through the neighborhood and all the people who have been convicted of breaking in houses, they're gonna, be suspicious of them first versus somebody who's never done it before, right? That was the situation at our house. So yeah. Okay, ladies, this is key to your success. You got to screen your baby daddy's better. And this is it right here. If he can't afford a kid, he don't have no job. He don't have no money. He's staying with somebody else. He don't have no ride. He don't have no health insurance. He has no bank account. He has no savings. What the fuck are you doing with him? He's a man who can't even do nothing for himself, let alone you. What the hell are you? Why would you choose him to like even look at, talk to, let alone sleep with, and having a baby with him? You done lost your damn mind. That's not how you choose a father for your child. You picking from the bottom of the barrel, the dregs of society, and then having kids with them. Those broke ass motherfuckers. Oh my God. They don't even stand too close to me because that brokenness might jump off on you, onto me. I don't want no parts of no man who has no drive and ambition to do and be more. So, a man who settled into being broke and he's okay with that. He ain't out there hustling, doing 2 or 3 jobs if he has to make it happen. I cannot. I don't understand what y'all be doing with these dudes. Okay. Oh my God. His dog has 8, but they ain't big though. Can you imagine if a human had? I know I saw this thing where sometime where this lady had 3. She had, 2 regular ones and 1 in the middle. And it was like she was talking about getting it surgically removed, and then she decided not to. So she had 3 bosoms. I guess she was supposed to be a twin and something happened, but yeah, it was kind of amazing. Yeah, this is when you know that you've been drinking too much Hennessy or something happened where you was delusional for a minute. I think I'm ready to date again. Me, 23 minutes later, never mind, I'm tripping. LOL. That's all it takes, about 20 minutes. You good online and you read some of the stories that women, the ones that come to this channel about their dating life. And then you'd be like, do I really want to do this? I mean, you got to weigh the pros and cons. I mean, there's, good parts about dating. I mean, if you date somebody who's fun, it could be, it could be fun. You could have a lot of laughs, go in interesting places, have good companionship, entertainment, whatever. I mean, somebody to giggle with and all this whole stuff here. But that doesn't seem to be the majority of relationships these days. They're fraught with miscommunication, various forms of abuse, manipulation, narcissism, gaslighting, people not holding up their end of the bargain, boundary violations left and fucking right. I mean, just horrible stuff. And so many young women don't seem to recognize when they're in these types of relationships. And so they stay in them. And in the meantime, their self-esteem is going into the toilet, their confidence is being destroyed daily, and they just feel awful because the man is not loving or respecting them. I gotta say this one more time. There's a short on the channel where I put together, I talked about the 3 things that every relationship must have. The 3 foundational things is respect. You got to be able to depend on that guy to come through to be the man that he says he's going to be for you, so you can depend on him and trust. You got to trust that he's going to be there. And then the third thing is, what was the third thing? I'm talking so fast I forgot. That he just gives you the relationship that you want. So you want commitment, he gives it to you. You want love and marriage, he gives it to you. Otherwise, if you want love and marriage and you thinking you on that path, but he's still dibbing and dabbing on the dating sites, well, he's not giving you the relationship that you want. So what are you doing? So you got to have those 3 foundational things before you can build anything else. That's the way that I see it. Got to have those 3. Okay, now we're starting to approach some of the they didn't quite make it into the Savage 7, the Savage runners up and all that, but they were still pretty savage. She's like, I gave you everything. I gave you everything. And he's like, I know, I'm on 7 antibiotics. That was pretty savage if you ask me. Can you imagine? Girl, what was you having? Smudge the cat? You got a name? Okay. If you're enjoying this show, you've seen the kind of stuff that we do here every week. So send in your comments as you scroll around the internet. Take screenshots and email them to survivingdating@gmail.com with the subject line of DNN. And be sure to hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Okay, now we're going into our award winners. In this section, we have usually, 3, 4, 5, what's called runners up, essentially, but they win the Savage Award. And then we have the grand prize winners of the most savage comments or posts or whatever it is of the week. Okay, so here goes a savage one. So this dude, he's like, can I have your number, please? And she says, well, are you working? And he says, no. And so she gives him a number, just some random number. And he tries, and he says, it's not working. And she says, yeah, just like you. Savage. That's pretty savage. Okay, let's move on. Wouldn't this be nice? But I used to do this, though. You trying that, DP? We should be able to call in healthy and say, look, I'm not coming into the office today. I feel really good and I don't want to waste it on being at work. That's pretty much the truth. I used to work at a place that had unlimited sick days. Most people didn't abuse it, but there were those that did. And yeah, a couple of days, I called in. I said, I'm not coming today. They're like, what, are you sick? I said, yeah, I'm sick. But what part I left out was I'm sick of your ass. That's why I'm not coming. It's not like I'm sick like I need a doctor. I'm sick of you. But, they didn't put all that in there. They just said, are you sick? And I said, yeah, because I was sick of you. Yeah, you got to have a mental health day. You got to, because some days you just wake up and you think, if I have to look at these motherfuckers one more time, it's going to be a problem. So then it's best that you stay at home because you don't want to be on the 5 o'clock news. And that would be like really bad. Okay, now this was savage too. Girlfriend covered all bases in one comment. So when your ex tries to start a conversation, so here go the ex sliding into your text, which if you did what I said and blocked him, that wouldn't happen. So here he go, hey. And she says, hey, I ain't doing nothing. Yes, I've been good. I've been chilling too. That's sweet of you. Nothing, I'm staying home. Cool, talk to you later. Damn, okay, he says. See, all his bullshit questions answered in one comment. She was like, shoot, bye. Yeah, you'd be sick of working for them, sick of looking at them, sick of their voices, sick of them asking you questions, just sick of them. I'd just be sick of them. Okay, now this shit was savage as hell. Dude is cute, though. So nothing wrong with young guys dating older women, but please do not dig them up. That's what I covered the up. I forgot. I moved that. I shouldn't have moved that. But yeah, don't she look like a corpse? She looked like a vampire, pale and pasty white, and her fake boobs. I mean, dude is way too cute to be with you. What the hell? She must have money. I don't dig them up. That I thought, man, that was some savage shit right there. And you know how people be trying to hint, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get home. And dude just says, well, damn, as he holding his keys walking out the door. Oh my God. Well, he might be, but still he's cute. I'm just saying he's a cutie. So yeah. That's what people be hinting. I don't know how I'm gonna get home. Well, I'm sure you figure it out. Bye. See you tomorrow. And this one's savage too. Is like nobody's busier than a woman that's not interested in you. She'll be like, let me call you back. I'm counting my stretch marks. It's like, damn. Whew. What you gonna say to that? Nothing. And she's like, well, my ex once told me that he couldn't live without me. And I recently found out that he's still alive. More lies. Oh, yeah, remember that I told you guys about that time one of my exes called me and I picked up the phone because he was calling from a different number. I didn't know it was him. I picked up the phone and he's like, well, I'm not going to say his name. This is so-and-so. I'm like, what? I thought you died. And he said, why would you think that? I said, because I had a dream about you, that you died, and I thought it was real. And he's like, well, no. I said, damn, that's too bad. I was so happy. And he was so like disgusted and mad about me being happy that I had a dream that he was dead. I was like, I'm just so disappointed that your ass is still vertical. This is just sad. County stretch marks, yeah. Yeah, that nigga was still alive. I was like, oh no, what in the world happened to here? Okay, I forgot to fix that. Okay, so now we go into today's grand prize winners. I think there's 3 of them. Of what we ranked was just me and Candace picked as the most savage of the week. So let's see what we picked. I don't remember. Okay. All right. So I have to do the performance. So if a Black person says any of the statements in the middle of a story, it's about to get good. Okay, so they talking, right? And so then they're talking and say, but check this out. Okay, so then that's the segue into the real dirt. Mind you, peep this though, right? Because that's brothers be like, peep this though. Now remember, come to find out, right? They always have to do it with this expression. See now, and then they go into the story. See now, because then it was some bullshit that happened. So this bitch, okay, the thing is, but little did I know. How about this nigga had the audacity, but quiet as it's kept. Let me motherfucking tell you. Meanwhile, but look, I'm just like, so boom, a man listen. Okay, when they do that, man listen, it's on. So all of those things, you hear those things, it gets your attention, and the story is about to get good. Okay, so we were rolling when we was like that. Oh my God, yes, we've heard those so many times. Winner number 2. I hate when ugly people listen to nasty songs. Girl, ain't nobody doing that to you. Oh my God, that's so rude. So rude. Oh, the rudeness is just so high. Ain't nobody doing that to you. Okay, and then here goes the last one. Dudes be like, I'm cut from a different cloth. Her response is, first of all, you a napkin. Oh. Oh God, man. You ain't even a whole cloth, you a napkin. I was like, okay. I don't even know what to say. These people be just camping so hard. You just be left speechless. Like if somebody said this shit to me, I would just be sitting there with my face all kinds of cracked, not knowing what the hell to say. So this is it. That was the Dusty News Network for this week. Be sure we're going through August 20 something, whatever the last Friday is before Labor Day weekend. That's the Friday that we will end this party for the 6th season. This is our 6th year of doing this. So every week, like I said, it's not like a sensible show, but it's fun. We get together, we get a few laughs, have a few drinks, talk shit. That's all we do. And so it goes from June through August this year. So if you have some things that you run across on the internet, please send them in. We need a lot of content to keep this show going and make it good and have a lot of slides for you. Because sometimes if people don't send in enough stuff, then we only gonna have 20 slides. It's gonna be a 30-minute show. So email your stuff to survivingdating@gmail.com and make the subject line of your email DNN. Okay, that's all you got to do. So that's it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow, though, at 4 o'clock, I think, 4 o'clock Pacific time, or 7 if you're on the East Coast, for the weekly advice show. So everybody, be ready. If you haven't already hit the subscription button to the channel, please hit it before you leave. And we'll be here tomorrow evening. That show usually lasts about 2 hours. So hopefully you can make it and learn something rather from the mistakes that other people have made, so you don't make those. Okay, you don't make some different ones, but please don't make the ones that they make, because they just be making some really, really poor choices and questionable decisions. But we'll talk about all of that tomorrow. Okay, enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.